Okay, I got the menudo here that I'm gonna make. I'll show you guys how to make a real simple one. So I got all my ingredients. I got the oregano. I use chicken bullion on everything. Menudo's spice mix. I always use this one. I love this one. And I got two types of menudo. I got the regular menudo, and then I got the honeycomb menudo. I love this one. A lot of people don't like this one, but I love this one. But the only thing is that you have to mix it, because if you only make it with this one, it has kind of like a hard taste to it or something. So anyway, I just mix it together. I have to cut it. I put it in here. I rinse it out once it's cut. I rinse it out 2 or 3 times. I usually use some pork feed or beef feed, but this time I really didn't want to use that, so I'm gonna start cutting it. I cut it in squares. I try to keep them all more or less the same. You know, the smaller they are, the more they cook, but I try to keep them all the same. And if you run into some that are real thin like this one, I'll cut it a little bit bigger, just so that they'll all cook more or less the same. This one's a little thicker, so this I'll cut them kind of a little small. Alright, I'm gonna cut it. Then when I get ready to wash it, we'll come back. Alright, I've cut most of it. This is the last one I gotta cut. This is the honeycomb one. Once I finish cutting this, then I'll show you how I'm gonna rinse it out a couple of times, and then I'll start adding everything, and then just let it boil, let it cook. The menudo, which actually is called tripe, I think it was like 4 pounds of the regular one, and about almost 3 pounds of the Hominy. The honeycomb one. So let me finish cutting this one, and then we'll rinse it out. I remember when I was small, my mom used to make menudo for us. I used to love to cut it, and she would always say, "Okay, mijo, here's the menudo, start cutting it." "Oh, yes, mom, yes, mom." Now I know why. It takes time to cut it, but back then you're small. Time doesn't really matter, so you're just having fun. Now it's a chore. But still, I love menudo, so I don't mind cutting it. This menudo was pretty lean. This is all the fat I took out of the whole 6 or 7 pounds. Of course, there's some that you can't take off, you leave on there, but it was pretty lean. Alright, let's add some water. Cold water, not hot water, cold water. Just kind of like smash it with your hand, kind of like grab it and smash it, and so it'll be nice and clean. I squeeze it, I grab it, I squeeze it, and I'll dump it into this strainer. Squeeze it down, as much water as you can out. Then you do the same thing again. Put it back in here. And like I was telling you guys earlier, when I put the pork feet or the beef. While I'm cutting the menudo or the tripe, I boil those. I start boiling them, so if it takes me 30 minutes to cut this, then the feet are already starting to get cooked. Then I do the same thing to that. But this is what I do. I mean, I just do it about 3 to 4 times. Then, yeah, like I was telling you, whenever I put I start boiling when I put the pork feet or the beef feet in here, when I'm ready to, that I finish cutting all the tripe and everything, then I'll take it off the stove and then I drain all that water. I drain everything out of where I was boiling the feet. So I don't use that same water. I drain it out. I wash my tripe like this, clean it out real good, and then I add everything. I just like for it to be real nice and clean. Alright, when I started rinsing it out, the water didn't look like, this is semi-clean. You can see kind of a little bit crystal. That means it's good already. Because when you start washing it down, you start squeezing it, you'll see the water that it's still kind of dirty, so you'll see the water like yellowish or kind of like that. So you rinse it 3 or 4 times, however many times you feel that it's needed, until you start seeing clear water. Then that'll be it. So this is the last time. This is my 4th time, I believe. So it's the last time I'm gonna do this. Then next time we see you, I'll be outside and starting to boil and alright, like I was telling you, that was the last time that I rinsed it out. I'm gonna put it back in here. Well, before I put it back in here, the last time that I dump it in here to rinse out the water, I cleaned this one. I clean it out again, and now we're ready to put this in here. And then add the water and start boiling it with everything that we're gonna have to put in here. But there it is. Now the way I do it is I'll let water, but it's gonna let some water out. Like I'll let water maybe a couple of inches on top of the tripe. Oh, and I'm gonna add, well, in a little while I'll show you guys. I'm gonna add, what is that, 30 ounces of hominy. And yeah, but right now I'm gonna take it outside. But as you can see, it's got there, so it's gonna let out some more water, so that's pretty good right there. As you're cooking it, you might have to add some more, which more than likely you will, but for now I'm gonna pause so I can take this, because I'm gonna cook it outside on my grill. Alright, as you can see, I brought the menudo out here. I have all my spices that I'm gonna use. I just washed it, I brought it out here, I put it on the grill. Now I'm gonna put it on high. Now what I do, this is why I say it's real easy to make. Once you cut it, you got all the stuff, then you just put everything in there. So I'm gonna add the maíz amarillo, hominy. I'm gonna add it in there. All of it. Then, okay, I just put the hominy in there. Just kind of mix it so it'll so it won't stay on top. Okay, now this is 2.5 ounces. It depends on how spicy or not spicy, but how red you like it. I usually add like maybe I'll use half of it, but I'll put half of it first, half of the half, which is I guess 1/4 of the 2.5 ounces. And then I'll add the oregano. Yeah, a lot of. But my mom used to make it. She didn't make it too red. So that's one thing that I kind of changed a little bit. And then this, I would say it's what I guess a tablespoon. That's more or less about a tablespoon. And then I'll just wait. I'll just cover it and wait till it starts cooking and boiling. Then once it's almost done, we'll see if we need more of the red chili powder and more oregano, and then I'll add some chicken bouillon towards the end. I don't add it right away. I'll add it maybe towards halfway, when I feel that it's almost halfway done. Then I'll add the chicken bouillon and start cooking in there. So for now, I'm just gonna cover it. And you see how it looks. It looks good. So let me cover it. I got it on high. Now once it starts boiling, then I'll probably put it on medium. But for now, I'm gonna leave it on high. I'll keep an eye on it. Listen to a little bit of music. I was gonna work on the yard, but it's getting too hot. So maybe later on. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright, we're back. I'm gonna check this. It's been cooking for a while now. As you all can see, it's looking good. You see? It still needs a little bit more cooking. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some water. I'm gonna add some water. I don't know, maybe like 4 cups, 3 cups, just to cover it again, a little bit over, like to make it watery. Okay, now since it's gonna get done in about, I'm gonna say maybe 1 more hour. I'm gonna add 1 more chicken bouillon, which I had already added 2 earlier. I'm gonna add 1 more. Alright, I'm gonna add this next chicken bouillon, which is gonna be a total of 3. Now, I'm gonna add the rest of this, which is maybe another small teaspoon. And like I was telling you, to taste the chile colorado, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more of this. If I can open it. Oh. Oops. Yeah, about another half a teaspoon. That should be it. Just let it boil. Let it boil. And then just lower it. And let it finish cooking. And it's done. Alright, I just added the last ingredients I was going to add. I let it boil again, so The ingredients will be right below the video, so you all be able to see what it is that I put in here. This is for, okay, like I was telling you at the beginning, I use 4 pounds of the regular tripe and 3 pounds of the honeycomb tripe. And so you'll see what I added now. It's gonna. I started at about 11:30, so yeah, it takes roughly about 3.5 hours, no more than 4 hours for it to cook. It takes a while for it to cook, but it'll be great. It'll be real good. All right, it's been cooking for a while now, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off because it's done. It smells real good, and it's done. Let me show you guys. Let me mix it. Take off this thing right here. Okay, it's been cooking for about, what was it? I started at 11:30. What, about 3.5 hours? 3.5 hours or so. It's been cooking, so it's cooked already. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it inside.